All right, golfers, thanks for joining me. Why is golf so difficult? Well, I have a feeling that many of you out there are making golf more difficult because of the certain things you've been told over the last 20, 25 years. One of the things that you've been told is shift your weight to the right, try to keep your head down, and then what happens is you hit behind the ball. So you've been told all this stuff, and also fire your hips, turn in a barrel, boom, the hips go backwards, I slice the ball. So why is golf difficult? Here's a really good way to make it simple. So that's what I like to use. So the first thing is that in a systematic approach, you have to understand what's the first fundamental. Now the first fundamental is hitting the ground in the same spot every time. So if you look at the best players in the world, right? At address, let's say Dustin Johnson has his left hand turn 90 degrees to the right. Jordan Spieth has his hand turned the complete opposite direction. Jon Rahm's the opposite direction. Zach Johnson's the other way. There's interlock grips. There's overlap grips. There's 10-finger grips. I even see guys play with reverse grips. Grip is a variable and not a fundamental. And a lot of golfers think that their grip is what's messing up their game, and that's really not it at all. It's paying attention to what all the best players do all the time, is they're hitting the ground in the same spot in front of the ball over and over again in a tight little disbursement. Okay, so when they do that, that's why they're so effortless, because they're not thinking about the 20 variables that everybody does differently. They're thinking about the one fundamental that they can control. And the one fundamental that they can control is hitting the ground in the same spot, hitting the ball and the turf every single time. And so, you know, again, okay, that's great, Jess, but how do we do it? So the first thing we want to do is understand where your weight goes. So you have an upper center and a lower center. So when I'm hitting the golf ball, I'm moving those centers forward. So you can see that. I get right into impact. My upper center is in front of the white stick. My lower center is in front of the white stick. I would say 90% of the golfers I teach here at Deer Creek do not move their weight far enough forward, fast enough forward, or long enough forward. So those are key words there. So weight forward would be, I go to the top of my swing, move my weight forward, and hitting the ball then the turf. So just by doing this motion, my left knee is kind of over my left toes, my left hip is forward, now I can hit the ground in the same spot over and over again. Now if I give a test to everybody on the range here and I tell them, okay, I'm going to draw a line on the ground, I want you to hit in front of that ground 10 times in a row, I would get a very high failure rate. And why is that so? Because people don't practice what's fundamental. Fundamental is hitting the ground in the same spot over and over again. So when I hit a golf ball, I'm pretty much 100% sure I'm going to hit that ball then the turf every single time. So I'll go ahead and hit one here, just weight forward. So I can hit that ball really solid, really far, hit the ball then the turf, finish on balance, just hit that about 175 yards dead straight. And I was able to hit the ball then the turf. You can see my divot, the lowest point, I actually are making a divot about almost, let's say about a club head and a half in front of this stick. And remember, the ball was about a club head back. So if the ball is a club head back from that stick, and I'm hitting up here, that amount of distance is about 6 inches in front of the ball. And that's what all the best players do. Their low point is about 4 to 6 inches in front of the ball. And the way they do that is they're moving their weight forward, okay? And so that is fundamental as you do that. That is a key. That's what all the best players in the world do. You will never see a PGA Tour or an LPGA Tour player going this way with their weight back. You'll never see that. They're not sitting on their back foot and spinning their hips, because all that's going to do is slice across the ball all day, every day. And that's just going to give you the weakest shots and definitely would never make you a world-class player. Okay, so if you look at now Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau, the guys that hit it the longest, the highest, and the straightest, and are the best players in the world, they're moving their weight forward. So as they come down, they're hitting the back of the ball, their weight's forward, handles forward, low points in front of the ball. So just doing this drill, right? Come from here, about P3, moving the weight forward, and you can see where Now look at my low point here. My low point is way ahead of the ball. But the good thing is I'm hitting down and out at the back of the ball. So down and out at the back of the ball with the weight forward projects a path to the right. If your face is close to the shaft here, you're gonna hit a straight shot or a slight draw. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. Weight forward. Again, did not hit behind it. So I could predictably come out to play. I don't hit a lot of golf balls, don't practice a lot. I could come out knowing that my low point needs to be forward, knowing that my weight needs to be forward to help that, and that's going to help your game. And so if you boil it down to that, golf becomes more simple and not so difficult. I'm going to take you down the line and show you from there. Hello golfers, so I've got an unbelievable opportunity for you. You can now work with me from anywhere in the world. I have my new Swing Mastery online golf lesson program. Really simple to do. You send me your swings, I send you customized lessons back, I send you customized drills depending on what you need to work on with your game. It's an awesome way to work with me personally, one-on-one, if you can't make it here to Deer Creek Golf Club, and I hope you join. Hit the link in the description below, and I look forward to helping you. All right, golfers, why is golf so difficult? Because you've been told so many different things that have nothing to do with what the best players in the world do. You've been shown variables. You've been told about the grip. You know, put your grip on a certain way, line up a certain way, posture a certain way. Those are all static. They are not dynamic fundamentals. And what's dynamic is that if I set up to the ball, I move my weight forward, I can hit the ground in front of the ball every single time. Just moving my weight forward. See this right here? So as I come through, I pretty much at impact have almost 100% of my weight on my left leg. My hips have slid forward. I'm not doing it by sitting on my back leg and spinning, because that club now exits way to the left. It changes the down and out dynamic part of the swing, and you're going to slice it, hit it fat, top it, all that other stuff that you don't want to happen, right? So I would say number one fundamental in golf is that what all the best players in the world do is they move their weight forward, they hit the ball, then the turf, about 4 to 6 inches after the ball. And notice here, since I've slid my hips forward, which all the best players do, Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau, I would say Scotty Scheffler, they all move their weight forward. I'm hitting, you can see I'm still hitting down and out at the back of the ball. I am not going this way. I'm not swinging to the left. So because my weight is forward, I'm hitting down and out in the back of the ball, and I'm hitting super high on the face. You can see those dirt marks way up top there, 8th groove. Most of you golfers live on the bottom groove, which is, you know, thin shots and all that stuff that you don't like, the inconsistency. So if I just focus on weight forward and hitting in front of the golf ball, that's going to simplify your game. You're not going to think of 20 different things. You're going to say, okay, I can set that up. I can rehearse that. I can hit that shot every single time. I can go ahead and set up to it. And I can hit that ball solid every single time doing that. And you can see where my weight is now. I've got pretty much 100% of my weight on my left leg. I've turned towards the target. My arms have gone around me, and I'm balanced. So that's going to help you hit the ball higher, farther, and straighter. So moving the weight forward is a fundamental, and things that I help golfers every day here at Deer Creek improve with, and my online golfers as well. So again, use the weight forward. I know it's going to help your game, and we'll see you soon. Okay, golfers, use the weight forward as a systematic approach to help you hit the ball higher, farther, and straighter. I know it's going to help your game. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please share this video, and leave a comment. That would help grow my channel. Thanks again.